I was on a run when I had the idea to draw a portrait without a face. Now, over the last 2 weeks, I have attempted this and I've tried my best to bring that vision onto the paper. It involved a photo shoot, it involved editing, and it involved a large amount of charcoal to be sacrificed for this drawing. Now, I will bring you guys along for the entire journey, and there's a few little odd things in between which I will add into this video. First thing I have to do is prep the paper. So I have to get a slice of paper and grit it up, and then I'll be ready to actually draw down what my reference is. So I finished the first session on the piece today and I did quite a lot. I knew it was going to be an area that needed a fair bit of work because I'm not very familiar with it. I don't do backgrounds very often, and this one had a sort of out of focus bokeh moment with the lights, and it also had a lot of out of in focus hair, so a bit complicated, but spent the time on it. Did a 7-hour stream, and now I want to frame the drawing that I finished 2 days ago. This one was called One More Slice, and it's a pretty crazy looking clown. And yeah, let's get it framed, and I want to hang it up somewhere in my room and look at it so that I can't sleep at night. So let's do that. Hello, we are in my living room and I thought it would be nice to do it in here so I have more space. Now let me introduce you to some characters while we're here. This is my baby Poseidon. He was what introduced me to my passion of charcoal the most, because there was just something about the process that I fell in love with, and that was a high that I wanted to chase over and over and over again. So I got him framed in this crazy frame. I think that cost like $400, and I had no money at the time because I was a very poor student. And now it's cool because I'm still making work in 2025 and we're about to frame one of my newer pieces. Now I think it's time to frame this drawing. I will go grab it. I have the Perspex glass here, which goes into the frame. There's a reason why it's not in the frame right now, and that's because everything went wrong with ordering this frame, but all the parts have come now, so I'm going to go get them. I'll be back. It's quite a dramatic entrance because it seems like a lot of things, and sure it is. The frames come in these huge packages, and then with my drawing, I had to get it ready for the print shop, and there's a bit of a process to that, which I haven't shared with you guys yet, but I would be happy to in the future. So let me get the drawing out of here. This is the drawing that I'm going to be putting inside the frame, and I've got to unbox this thing. Need some scissors. So what happened with this order is that I ordered a frame, but it was too small. And I rang him up and I said, it's too small. And they said to me, oh, well, we'll send you a thicker frame so it fits a bit more snug. And I was like, yes, that's exactly what I want. I wanted a thicker frame. So here it is. And it's funny because they don't normally come looking like this. They have a backing and everything. But I already had those parts from the previous order. So hopefully this all fits. We'll try it out. Some frames just have a different destiny to others, and this was one of those. So these are normally how I ship away the original drawings. I'll just package them in one of these big boxes and bubble wrap them a bit more extensively. And here is the backing of the frame. Oh, it fits. What a relief. Close it up. Where's the... Oh, here it is. Close it up with the backing. It did fit perfectly. Okay, and it's ready. Let's have a look. Woo! Looks good. Put it next to Poseidon and they can be best friends. Look, they're kind of looking at each other. Beautiful. So now I'm going to hang it up and put it on the wall. I'm excited. This one has not sold, so I get to keep it, foster it until it does go, and I love that process. I currently have 3 up in my room. Sorry, I had to count. I have this one. They don't look very good with the selfie cam on. I also have these 2. So I got these Velcro things today that can put things on the walls without needing to stab nails into them, because I'm not allowed to do this here because I rent. And it can hold up to 7 kilograms, so I think it's going to be fine for what I want to put up. And I'll put 2 of them. I did hang up the one next to it, so that's already up, so that I have a big collection there on the wall. Where I make the art is here. Where I want to display it is here. So let's do it. So wait 28 days after painting the walls. That's not a problem. I don't think these have been painted in years. Remove hanging hardware. That's crazy, because I couldn't believe this frame came without hanging hardware on it, but it works in our favor because we can just Velcro it on there. What else? Wipe wall with isopropyl rubbing alcohol. What if I don't want to do that? Well, we can still wipe the wall down a bit if that's what it wants. I don't know if I can hang this one because it does have the hanging hardware. But that's okay. Oh, I can find a way to get it off. But this one's okay. So we'll do this one first. I'm so scared to put them too high. Maybe I should just put this one here. That's really scary. Oh, I don't know what to do because I'm scared to put them high up. What if they fall on the wall? After agreeing with myself that it is totally okay if this falls in the middle of the night and scares the hell out of me, I did decide to put it up high. Now this was quite an adventure. It took me probably an hour to line up that Velcro and have the power to push it onto the wall. It was quite the arm workout, but it did all turn out, and I am happy with how they're lined up on the wall. That big gap there on the right is a spot for a future drawing too, so it's not going to stay like that. And now it is time to return to this drawing I've procrastinated from. So what am I doing today? I am attempting to draw one of the fingers on this portrait. It'd be even better if I did 2. It is quite an exciting thing because they're quite large, so there's heaps of details to be captured in there, and I always do enjoy Phalange Day. A very interesting element of this drawing so far was that I did get to draw that tattoo on the fingers. I've not drawn many tattoos in my portrait experience for obvious reasons. There haven't been any on the face, so it's limited to the dots usually that you can see here on most of my finger portraits when they're included in there. But this one had that little bit more, and it was quite fun to draw. Now, there was a bit of a time jump here. Demi forgot to film some of that happen. I do have the rest of it on camera, but at this point here, I did not have anything to show you time-lapse wise, so this is where I started off. I don't know where those videos went, but it looks like the void might have eaten them up, and maybe they did indeed hide in this face somewhere. I was very happy with how the edges around the hole in the face did turn out. I thought it would be one of the scariest parts because I obviously don't have a photorealistic reference of what that would look like. So I had to sort of imagine and try and get it as close to realism as I possibly could. Now I will show you the end result of this, and I would love to hear your thoughts on it. It's a very special piece, and I did call it the Hollow, so please let me know what you think about it, and now I'll show you the final thing.